Archaeologists discover this mind-blowing Pictish Hillfort UK. You know, I've been to UK many times, but it's amazing because they have medieval structures, things that we don't have in North America, for example. They have ancient construction and artifacts, medieval castles, and even these types of things, Druid construction. The Picts were a collection of Celtic-speaking communities who lived in what today is known as Eastern and Northern Scotland during the late British Iron Age and early medieval periods. According to Professor Gordon Noble, who led the research, finding Pictish sites is always quite challenging. Who knows how many hills could have such things underneath? Researchers from the University of Aberdeen in Scotland have discovered what they described as a mind-blowing Pictish Hillfort close to a village in Aberdeenshire in Scotland. Carbon dating analysis revealed that the settlement was constructed as early as the 3rd century AD. As we know, the British Isles were under Roman occupation at that time, and it was occupied up until the 6th century AD. Scientists say it is potentially the biggest Pictish site ever discovered, which at its height competed with the largest known post-Roman settlements in Europe. Archaeologists previously thought that such large settlements did not appear until the 12th century. Using drone surveys and laser technology, researchers established that there were potentially 800 houses inside this fort. According to Professor Gordon Noble, up to 4,000 people may have lived in the settlement. Quote, that's verging on urban in scale, and in Pictish context we have nothing else that compares to this. It's truly mind-blowing and demonstrates just how much we still have to learn about settlements around the time that the early kingdoms of Pictland were being consolidated, end quote. This is what Professor Noble explains. The researchers discovered a notably larger hut, which they say could indicate that the Pictish settlement had a hierarchical organization. Archaeologists have been working in the area since 2011, but mainly focused on the lower valley rather than the hilltop. They earlier discovered evidence of Mediterranean wine, the use of French glass vessels, and metalwork production, which scientists say is a sign of high status with residents having royal connections. As we know, since antiquity, there were trades from the ship owners of ancient Israel, for example, ancient Egypt, traveling to the British Isles because they were bringing things like wine and olives and raisins, figs, fruits, tropical fruits from that area to the British Isles, and bringing back from the British Isles tin. They were bringing back tin to use as metal for metalworks and house utensils in the ancient lands. So this is an area that has been constructed since antiquity, and they had trade since antiquity. Please leave your comments. Thank you. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.